Hey guys, a lot of you probably know Connor Murphy. He was popular around 7-8 years ago. He made videos of him taking his t-shirt off in front of women. That's how he got their numbers. Of course, he only got their numbers because he didn't have an unattractive face. It wasn't because he went to the gym, but a lot of people didn't understand it. They still don't actually. And that's why he influenced a lot of guys to go to the gym. Then he took a bunch of psychedelics and went nuts. Not a lot of people watch his videos anymore. Let's see what he's up to today.
Former fitness influencer Connor Murphy allegedly hits girls.
I also love how the news article says former fitness influencer, because nobody takes him seriously anymore. It's also kind of sad, of course.
Friend near Pattaya with golf club says it's for social media content.
He beats up his girlfriend and says that it's for social media content. What the hell?
Former American YouTube fitness idol Connor Murphy.
Again, former idol. Yeah, it really all went downhill.
He reportedly went berserk in the Pattaya area and allegedly struck his Thai girlfriend with a golf club, but later told skeptical Thai police it was for social media content and wasn't a real assault or issue. Stay with me. Police were called to a house in the Garden Village in the Huiyai sub-district after receiving reports from neighbors of a foreign man behaving erratically and injuring a Thai woman. Upon arrival, officers discovered that a man, later publicly identified by police as 30-year-old American fitness YouTuber Connor Murphy, was in a state of frenzy. He was destroying property and shouting incoherently inside his townhouse, according to the police.
This is exactly what psychedelics can do to you. Sure, I get it. Not everybody goes nuts because of them, but a lot of people do. A lot of people end up in mental asylums from marijuana alone. It's just that nobody's going to report about it, and once you're in there, you can never give an interview, and even if you would, nobody would take you seriously. People have no idea that there's tons of people out there today diagnosed with schizophrenia simply because of the weed that they smoked. And these harder psychedelics, which he was on, do even way worse damage to your brain, your gut, really your whole body.
Police. Officers entered the house and, according to their reports, discovered blood splattered on the walls and a blood-stained golf club on the floor. Murphy himself has sustained a laceration on his abdomen from broken glass. Murphy's 20-year-old Thai girlfriend was found with bruises and cuts from allegedly being hit with the golf club and scratched by broken glass. Her 16-year-old sister, name also withheld, had also sustained minor injuries from glass cuts. The two women told police that they had managed to escape the house through a window before the police arrived. Over 10 police officers surrounded the house as Murphy had locked himself inside the bathroom. Friends and officers tried to coax him out, which took nearly an hour, and once calm, he was eventually taken to a local hospital for treatment. You know, this story reminds me of when Vitaly, you remember when he was on the mushrooms?
Yeah, exactly. I actually talked about this in a video, but nobody ever blames the drugs. It's very interesting how in a lot of cases you blame the substances that somebody is on, except for when it comes to psychedelics. When it comes to steroids, people call it roid rage. They are not excusing their behavior necessarily, but at least they mention the drugs and imply that it's possible that it had something to do with it. But when it comes to psychedelics, they are maybe mentioned, but not in connection to their actions. In this case, not at all, and I haven't seen anybody really talk about it. When it comes to Vitaly ZDTV and this guy, it's just whatever. I'm not saying that they only did it because of that. It's just that obviously when it alters your brain so severely and you become delusional, obviously you can end up doing stuff like that. But they just don't talk about these drugs at all. It's very interesting how it's like that. It's almost as if they are defending the drugs because they don't mention them.
He went and he attacked the poor girl who was running outside and took millions from the guy.
Yeah, he was on mushrooms. He was totally living in a different reality. You could see in the video, he was just absolutely not there mentally.
Oh my gosh,
Come here.
I lost everything.
You didn't lose everything. Yes. Yes, here.
Let me see. Put your hands here.
So what are you gonna hate on this time? Haters? You're gonna hate on my body? Can't do that.
Look at his eyes. Completely out of his mind. Kind of literally, almost.
Because I look like a Greek god. You're gonna hate on my personality? Can't do that. Because I'm a
Oh my god, man. And even whoever is filming this was laughing. Could you hear that? Probably his girlfriend or whatever. The only thing I gotta say is that it's kind of funny that he doesn't take himself seriously anymore. I kind of like this kind of mindset that you just don't give a shit anymore. But yeah, there's something else going on with this guy. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, really.
That's right. I was diagnosed with autism. I'm not just on the spectrum. I am the goddamn spectrum.
That's from Breaking Bad.
So I can say that word. And you should too. In fact, I want you to call me a I find it offensive that you're afraid to use a word that describes me. It makes me feel different. I just want to fit in. I want you to talk to me like you talk to your best friend. So please, call me a retard in the comments below. And get creative with the hate comments. Recently, they've been vexingly mundane.
Yeah, and he has to laugh himself in the end. Obviously, he's mentally unwell. It's partly also a joke. It seems like he just doesn't care what anybody thinks about him anymore, which is kind of cool, really. But still, if it was only that, it would be all fine, but yeah, there's just something wrong with this guy.
Okay, guys. So I'm in serious danger. And I need your help. Let's rewind the film a bit more. Fitness influencer Connor Murphy allegedly hits girlfriend near Pattaya with a golf club. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. And it's the same place where Leo died. So as you guys know, I have a proclivity for psychosis, particularly the kind induced by drugs. And I thought that I was back to normal. But last month, I had a hallucination with such veracity that it makes me doubt whether I'll ever permanently escape the clutches of psychosis. Now, obviously, I'm so crazy that I stabbed myself and destroyed the house I was paying for. But as you can read in the news article, I was high on the man team. And Alzheimer's medication, that's an integral component of the NADI plus protocol nootropic stack, and ironically, it distorted my memory of the events. I remember it's a false memory. My girlfriend, Fairy, stabbing me and destroying our house in a jealous rage after she found out Katie, a former colleague of mine, texted me about her OnlyFans cessation, which would make our previous collaborative content clandestine. And to my terror, it appears that hallucination induced some sort of perpetual schizophrenic state. For weeks, I've been experiencing hallucinations of a ferocious fairy imbued with relentless jealousy, intermittently erupting in paranoid paroxysms, destroying my coveted possessions.
I'm not okay with you destroying my laptop.
Yeah, because it's very important to you about work.
Yeah, you know, you can destroy my supplement and whatnot. You can destroy
I'm just
everything.
destroyed just one time, something like just one.
Stalking me.
I did not expect you to come without telling me. I didn't.
Hey, who knows? Maybe the girl is also a bit nuts. It kind of seems like it. Two crazy people together, it's not gonna end well.
Not even know you had key.
Yes, I had key.
So you understand that what you're doing right now is stalking me.
And even threatening to enable a reunion with Leo.
if I so much as play Monopoly with another girl. These traumatizing hallucinations galvanized me.
She was very jealous. Yeah, jealousy can drive people nuts. Kind of, especially girls.
To procure a lifelike blue alien companion named Lucy in an attempt to mitigate Fairy's jealousy.
What? Wait, what? He has a blue alien pup? Oh my god.
A quest which I feel compelled to vlog, unless I'm able to snap out of my psychosis. But I'm not sure how. My psych ward visits have proven futile. And so now I'm sending an SOS to you all. Snap back to reality. If you can...
Man, this is funny, but it's also really messed up, I gotta say, because you can really see what these drugs do to people. You gotta understand that this is a guy who's popular, so that's why we hear about it, but you don't hear about over 90% of the stories. This happens to incredibly many people. Thousands upon thousands. They're all in psychiatry. Some are walking outside now, completely gut and brain damaged.
Convince your favorite YouTubers to make videos reinforcing the true Connor Murphy narrative. It may just be enough to immerse me back into reality. But please don't delay. Without adequate intervention, it's only a matter of time until I succumb to my psychotic episode while locked up here in the bathroom, where any gyration could be my last.
I know that this is acting again, but
You know, one day I will welcome death with open arms, but not with open legs. I don't want to die on the bathroom floor with my pants down. So please, I need your help. And don't trust me when I say, I'm not a lion.
So, I'd like to apologize for the misleading title. I believe the previous state of this scar is more accurately described as a slash wound. You know, I learned from RuneScape that those are indeed two distinct...
Hey, wait, he actually played RuneScape, man. That used to be my game.
...attack styles. And although you could say the damage per second was relatively slow, the total damage resulted in so much blood loss that I was, well, this close to being sent back to my respawn point, wherever or whatever that may be, if it does even exist.
Lumbridge, no? That's what it's called.
You know, at the hospital, as my blood volume began approaching levels incompatible with biological life, the lightheaded feeling gradually began morphing into what I can only describe as a psychedelic trip. You know, I was both inside and outside of my body simultaneously as I began coalescing into these infinite...
That's impossible. It's a mental illness. Oh my god.
...fractal patterns that appear to be superimposed yet intricately interwoven into my familiar reality. I remember being overwhelmed with a profound appreciation for the story of my life that had unfolded. I was imbued with a profoundly mind-blowing visceral understanding of how a precise sequence of cosmic events was on the precipice of culminating into the dramatic conclusion of the life of the character of Connor Murphy. You know, the genetic...
Wait, let me go back. Was she... Is that a knife?
Of Connor Murphy.
Yeah, that is a knife, man. That girl is nuts. That girl is nuts herself. Who the hell knows what happened there? Maybe she completely provoked it. And he's also nuts. Like I said, it's a bad combination. These are his latest videos. And when you click on the popular videos, this was him back in the day. Oh yeah, he had a lot of views on these videos.
I'll give you 3 guesses, 3 chances to guess the color of my shirt under my jacket.
Yeah, this is from 7 years ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the thing. As I said, he worked out a lot, but of course, if he looked like Andrew Tate or whatever below average, nobody would have said anything. They wouldn't be like, oh, wow, you look good or whatever, because at the end of the day, he wasn't a bad looking guy. He's still not bad looking, he just looks kind of nuts. Guy's crazy, bro, lost his mind. This guy has provided a great example for me to show why I should stay off drugs. Well, that's good. It's something. Actually, maybe actually his so-called downfall has something good to it. Maybe people really at least understand the danger of drugs. Yeah, so it's just exactly what you would expect. Stay to confirm that he's still full-blown crazy. The last videos that I saw from him were from Greece, as far as I understood, which means that he got away from Thailand, maybe, possibly, which is probably good. It seems like he met some crazy women there. I'm not saying that he's not crazy also. Realistically, you can call him crazy by definition, but that girl and some others that I also saw from a year ago in his videos were also not very jealous, and who knows what happened to them. It was just a bad combination that couldn't possibly end well. Maybe he should just go to some chill place, but if he's not gonna lay off the drugs, then he's never gonna change. And realistically, maybe too much damage has been done at this point. Maybe he just can't even change. Obviously, you also won't if you eat a terrible diet. His diet is okay-ish, really just a typical diet. You can't for sure heal your gut with that kind of a diet. And obviously, so much stress also from all the working out isn't gonna help. It's not necessarily gonna make you mentally ill, of course. If he would start eating naturally, he would probably be able to, for the most part, heal him. But the problem is that people don't understand that these drugs also destroy your gut. People always talk about brain damage, but of course, all of the chemicals, the so-called imbalance, is caused because of the gut damage. You can't consume these drugs and magically assume that they will pass through you, not affecting your gut microbiome. Of course it will be destroyed, at least partly. Really, you're probably seeing the effects of a destroyed gut more so than anything. But people will always just assume that he's brain damaged, essentially, which he for sure partly is, no doubt about it. You can literally see it in his eyes. Realistically, this is only going to get worse. He's not gonna start eating naturally or living naturally. There's pretty much no chance. He's just way too much out there. Even if he would hear about the correct information as to what to do, then he would still not listen to it. Nobody around him is gonna help him. No so-called specialists would be able to help him. I hope for the best, but really you can just expect the worst in this case. Thanks for watching.